packaging. So purty. Let's see what we got. Tricranius Beast Power. Tricranius Beast Power. Is it Tricranius Beast Power? Tricranius Beast Power. Is that what's in here, or is that his name? Like Max Power?
Max Power?
Dynamic, isn't it?
I love it, Max.
Alright, my dudes, I hope we've been well. I've been looking forward to getting my hands on this one. I know that normally the actual unboxing of a beastie isn't part of my normal shtick, but this packaging is so kind of prolific that I sort of felt the need to. You're all about to get pretty womaned. Look at that, would ya? It is just so cool getting to see the artwork in its sort of full resplendent glory like this. I also like on this box art that they managed to kind of, you know, incorporate the weird colors that make up his blast effects. You know, this whole line has had beautiful box art, but I think they've really outdone themselves on this piece. I dare say they knew that this was going to be a big spread like this when they painted it up. Ah, I would love that job. Ooh, separate cool box. This is a bit like the one that came with the Centurion drone a little bit. Hey, no plastic. Way to keep to the packaging commitment. This is fun. Holy smokes. And they weren't playing with these. Good golly, that is a lot of strangely colored blast effects. These are so pink. These are great. At first I was like, oh, that is a weird color for a blast effect to be. But now I'm like, ooh, this looks like, you know, violently spilled energon. The blue ones, I don't know. I guess you just pick someone and that's their gimmick. A freeze is coming. It is a little bit of a shame that there's not really any of these ports on these dudes. I guess the blast effects are pretty cool. They pair well with Galvatron if he's helping Starscream with a crossword and needs to give him a hint. They also work pretty well if you're wanting to set it up like Magnus was trying to light our darkest hour and then had to call in the sweeps for a little extermination. But I try so hard! Alright, so we won't spend, you know, too long mucking about with this guy, because we have seen it all before. This deco is worth taking a beat to have a look at. Especially the way the black sits on top of like that yellowy, orangey gradient inside of the ribs. It really does just bring out so many more details in the mold than the standard release does, whatever that guy's name was. I think it was Bony Bones Jones. I can't quite remember. Tricranius is looking fresh to death. I don't know if these paint, like if this color deco is necessarily better, but it is undeniably more fun. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it definitely gives me some kind of like Unicron trilogy vibes for some reason. Our world is in danger! Da-na-na. Woo! Right, these gentle gradients going from like the solid color to reveal the translucent plastic are just really nice. Some tasty apps. The translucent quality puts me in mind of that Dinosaurs show and toy line as well, with all the kind of translucent dinosaur skeletons and chrome and that. I do think if they ever do like a Gen Selects burning convoy out of Optimus Primal, that this guy would be the ideal choice for some weaponizing, fossilizing action. I think they'd look cool. That'd look like something straight out of a fever dream. So for a quick comparison, let's have a look at him alongside his bleached Brohim. It's just more fun, innit? Hey, innit? I do also like the point of difference with their like dino heads. Not just a slight remolding and a drastic repainting. It's a slightly different configuration as well. We're two slightly different dudes. You're getting value for money. And here he is alongside the equally ostentatious Scullivore. God, this feels super 90s. Now let's go ahead and have a look at that awesome Dino mode. Because I'm a huge fan, big fan of the Dino mode. This one as well comes together pretty quickly, which is fun. Some of the other ones take a little bit longer to get into the right type of mode. Ugh. Would you look at that? That took like no time at all. This just looks so cool. Just so cool. Like, I think we can all agree that the fossilizer robot modes are fairly weak. I mean, they're cool and stylized in terms of, you know, they are made out of skeletons. So you can imagine that maybe if they were fleshed out, they'd have a bit more mass to their robot mode. But these skeleton modes, so cool. Na 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 na. I don't know why it was swimming like a dolphin, but yeah, he's dope. So let's have a look at him alongside his original dude. Right, as much fun as this is, I think they both work really well. And it's cool that one's a maximal and one's a Predacon. Oh, that is dope. This is the dopeness. I love how much that yellow eye just pops. It's like if Caveman Ghost Rider had a, I don't know, Dino skeleton mount. It'd be this. Ghost Rider? He's ghost and he writes to us.
Ghost Rider. What a trip.
And, you know, lastly, I think anyone who's watched many of my videos knows that when it comes to weaponizing, fossilizing, armoring up action, I'm a huge fan. So let's see how it works out with this bro. You can get a pretty gnarly giant battle hammer and a sword with a sick-ass pauldron out of it. I think this is probably my favorite configuration that I've noodled out with this guy. Cool pauldron would-be spike thing, shoulder guns, you know, some kind of asymmetrical spike action if someone runs into him from that side, and then using the rest of the bits to make this BFG. Pow! I'm a fan. Fan of this figure, fan of this play pattern, fan of the line. So, zap, zap, zap. It's just a little bit of a shame that you can't fit a blast effect on the end of this bad boy. I don't know what I'm doing here. And so that's pretty well a wrap on Tricranius. What do y'all think at home? Are you dying to pick him up? Is he an easy miss? For me, personally, I'm just stoked to have another skeleton warrior on deck. Skeleton warriors! Oh yeah, and we can't forget about the blast effects either. How exciting are all of those? Pew pew pew! That was more fun than it had any right to be. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you on the next one.